Hey everybody, hopefully you guys are all having a really good day. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam if you are brand new here, and we are going to be working on the Venom painting. A little bit of a background, I love doing creepy things. October is super fun for me. October especially because you have all the scary TV shows, the scary movies, the scary haunted houses and trails and everything else. But yeah, this is where I fit in. So I won't keep talking. I'm gonna start walking the walking, and we will roll right on into the picture and get started. I don't know where I'm gonna be working at yet. Gotta clean my airbrush out, and then once I clean that out, I will examine this picture and see where I want to start in at. So enough said. Let's roll to the picture. Done most of the white that I could. There might be a couple areas that I missed or I forgot, but right now I'm kind of looking back over it, and I'm pretty happy with with all the white that I added in there. All I need to do is just go in there, and I'm going to add some black here. I do need to add it around the gum lines, and then around on his tongue here, and then I got some up here. I'll point you up here, some right here. And there's probably a couple other places where I need to add that. Oh yeah, I need to do it right here on this eye. So I'm gonna be going in with some Create Text Black. I gotta reduce down probably 50/50, and I'll see what's next. So I should be getting really close to using the. Geez, oh wee, sorry about the chair, man. Should be getting really close to the candies. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing with this. I don't know if I'm going to be doing him in blue or purple and then highlighting some of the white like it does in the picture. I might make it different than what the picture is because the picture has got him blue and then the tongue red, and then there's a lot of these white highlighted areas. So that would mean that I would end up having to paint over them with the candy and then come back in and then highlight it back up again. So I'm not sure yet. I'm still kind of thinking of how I'm going to do this, but right now I'm just going to go ahead and start doing some shadows with the black. So I'm going to go ahead and shake this up and load it in my airbrush, and we're going to get some black sprayed down. So this is the white and black look. I'm gonna go ahead and take me some pictures, just so I can save them and keep them. Then I can remember that this is what it used to look like before I add some candies on here. I don't know how well these are gonna look. I really don't know what I'm gonna be doing or how I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna kind of let it flow and then see what I come up with. But yeah, I love the white and the black. I know you guys probably love the white and the black too, but we're gonna go ahead and go a step farther and see what I can come up with. And hey, you know what? Maybe you stumble on something and it looks even more cooler and it gives it some more extra oomph. That is well worth it. It's a risk, but it could pay off in the end and it might actually look a lot cooler. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna clean my airbrush out, just because I don't want no black mixing in with the red and the blue candy and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that out. All right, so I am back. I got my airbrush all cleaned out. I got the blood red candy opened up. So yeah, I'm already getting it everywhere. Definitely gonna start on the tongue right now, because that is a part that I want red for sure. The rest of it, I don't know about. I'm just going to keep thinking about it, and then when I come to it, I'm just going to wing it, and we're going to see what we can come up with. So, yep, let's get some red going. Whoa. All right, so this is what we got so far. The red is just unbelievably sick looking. I love how it just lays right over the existing paint. I will have to go back in and add the black and kind of punch out a lot of shadows here because just the red is laying over and it's just not dark enough. So I will be going back in and doing the black mainly right here in its mouth. That will kind of give it some depth. But right now I got some candy blue and we'll see what we can do with this. Okay, I want to take a time out real quick and just admire the blue. Mighty crikey. I love this. I love the blue. But I will definitely, I'm feeling up to experimenting with the purple. So I will be kind of adding that, kind of hit and miss. It's really not purple in the reference picture, but heck with that. This is my picture, and I'm doing what I want with it. Venom, you're going to get some purple for sure. I just don't know where. I'm just going to kind of randomly spray. I will be doing the white highlights here on the front of his head, just because I think it needs a little bit of highlight. Yeah, I am totally shindigging, if that's a word. I just made it a word, but I totally love how this blue is. I will be adding a lot more blue down through here. I missed some red right here, and then we will be off to the purple. The tongue, I will be highlighting the tongue back over again with the gel pen and kind of brightening up some of these areas. So I am super excited, and I have no regrets on making it a color picture rather than my traditional black and white. So let's keep rolling with the candies. Ah! Oh, I am loving the way the purple is going in. I'm probably going to be addicted to using this, so I'm going to try my best to use it sparingly, and I'm not going to cover this whole entire piece with purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to look at my reference picture over here no more. I'm just going to add the purple in where I see fit. That's what's cool about it, because you can make a picture your own. You don't have to make it, the exact copy of the reference picture that you're doing. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of run through and look to see where I want to add the purple. Mostly in some of these dark shadows, it looks really, really killer. And I'm going to see what I can come up with. Woo-hoo-hoo! He's looking angry. Give him horns. Look at this. Rawr! That kind of looks cool. That actually looks really, really cool. Give him some demon horns. Oh, Venom, you got some demon horns. But yeah, his eye, I like the way it came out and the way it looks, and especially, kind of taking these colors and blending them over each other. I will probably go back in with the gel pen and kind of hitting a couple highlights here and there, especially the corner of his eye. So moving on, I'm going to go ahead and load up my airbrush with some black. All of this right here inside of his mouth is still the base coat of the black that we used in the very beginning when we painted the whole canvas. So it looks really weird right now, but I want to go ahead and just start going back in and then redarkening all this back up. And then I'm going to kind of drift it over the tongue a little bit just so I can blend it in. So let's keep rolling. All right, so what I'm going to shoot for is I'm going to lay down some gel pen, and while the ink is still wet, I'm going to tap, 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 tap with my finger, or I'm going to kind of swipe it in the direction that the slime is going, and that's going to kind of give it a muted look, much more softer look. I think it'll kind of flow in real nice after when I do that, and it's a nice kind of cool touch to kind of personalize the picture. So if you see me kind of tap, 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 that is what I'm doing, or a swipe. I'm just kind of spreading the ink around. So let's keep rolling. I'm going to cut in real quick and show you a little bit of the video editing that I'm doing. I know I said that in the Let's Paint the Reaper video, so since I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you real quick. So give me about a minute. Oh, by the way, Skillet, that's what I'm listening to. I love this band, so I'm getting down on some video editing while listening to some music. But I'm going to have to get rid of that for a minute, and I'll be back. Right here, the left side right here, this is all the video. So these are all the videos that I've saved on here. Right here, this is my preview window. So this is what I can see what's going on. And then down here, this is the timeline. This is all the videos that I've taken and dragged down here onto the timeline, and then I've cut them up and then edited them. If I drag this little cursor over, this shows me kind of what's going on. And then if I jump all the way back to the very beginning, this right here, the second line, this is the music. This is where all the music and stuff goes. So I'm making some progress, but still a lot to go, and it's a lot of fun, but it is really, really time consuming. But hey, you know what? What else do I got to do? So let's get back into the picture and let's keep going. So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some of the slime and the saliva coming from his teeth, hooking down to his bottom teeth. Some of it's coming off from his tongue and kind of dripping down. So I'm gonna start off with a Prismacolor pencil. This is the white one, and I'm gonna kind of loosely sketch in where I'm wanting the saliva and stuff to kind of string at. And then I'm gonna go in with the airbrush with some white paint and kind of mist it over a little bit, and then probably use the gel pen and kind of hit a couple highlights. So we are almost done with this picture. I've been wanting to go back in with some more purple and just kind of add just a little bit right here and a little bit up here. That is probably all I'm gonna do with the purple. And then I want to go back in with the white gel pen and then re-highlight a little bit of this. I've been thinking for quite a while now. Of going back and then re-highlighting the front of his head with the white. But I don't know. I like it the way it is. I think it's a lot cooler like this rather than, in the picture, because, the reference picture is a lot different. The colors and stuff don't even match. They're not even anywhere close. But screw that reference picture, man. We're making our own picture, and I'm kind of doing my own thing to it. As far as the background, with the white kind of smoky creepiness to it, I think I'm going to keep that white too, because I think having the eye white and then having his teeth white, having the slime here coming off, that's white, and then having the mist going on in the background. I think that's enough white. I didn't want to overpower it and put in a bunch of highlights, so I just kind of just wanted just enough. And I don't know, there might be a couple other little areas that I kind of tweak and tune, but I don't know. I think this might be like almost the finished product, other than taking it on out in the garage and then spraying it with some clear coat. But let's add a little bit more to this picture. So this part right here, this needs a makeover. This right here, it's got all the base black on it. There's nothing going on. It's just nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up some white paint in my airbrush. I'm going to reduce it down just like I did with the fog. And then I'm just going to go in. I'm going to mist it on over and kind of sweep through the picture and then right on out. A couple more minutes. That part right there will look a whole lot better. So let's roll. See if I can get a side profile. Nailed it! Let me add something. As you can tell how pearly white his teeth are. You know why? Because Venom uses a toothbrush. All right, let's talk about the picture real quick. This right here is one big happy accident because I started to freak out. I'm like, okay, I think I just messed it up. I put the blue in. I didn't like how the blue went in. So then I decided to go in and spray it over with some white. So putting white over the candy, bad idea because I didn't use any kind of inner coat clear with the candy. So it just kind of went all funky. And I'm like, oh, shoot. I said shoot. I didn't say the other word. But then I decided to try to cover it up with doing the splatter effects, and then I did, more of the splatter effects, and then just kind of chase the paint while it was still wet, and kind of give it like, kind of a stream here going, like a tail. Kind of gave it actually a cool effect. I don't think I've ever done that on any other picture that I recall. This might be the first one, but I totally dig how this came out. It gives it more of a, a border to it. It gives it, kind of a creepy vibe also, but yeah. Happy accident. There you go. That's how I roll. I was totally shocked on how the candy went over so well because when I added the red, I'm like, dude, this is sick. This is really awesome. Then when I started adding the blue, I'm like, oh, snap. I'm really doing this. So this was really out of my comfort zone and there was no turning back. Then, when I finished with the blue, I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then when I added the purple, I'm like, oh, gnarly. Now we're getting, some two tones in here and we're getting the picture to, start to look really very interesting. But this right here is definitely different than the reference picture. There's a night and day difference. The colors don't, like I said, they don't match. There was a lot of highlights that was in the reference picture, but you know what, heck with that, dude. I didn't want to use the reference picture the whole entire way. So there is a lot of different changes on here. But you know what? I made it my own. I made it different, made it my own. But yep, I am happy actually the way it came out. It looks really, really, really good. And all I have left is to go out there and spray a top coat over it. Make it a little shiny. And one more thing before we go out there and spray a top coat on here, I wanted to show you guys like my mix ratios for the candies. I'm no professional because I've only used this, this is my second time. So this is just kind of a ballpark figure. I'm still working with it. But I'll show you this on screen on the colors that I used, the reducer that I used, and the tip. It would be better if I used a inner coat clear. I think it would have went on there a whole lot smoother. So next time I will be probably using inner coat clear. So keep that in mind if you're using the candy. thank everybody for watching. Hopefully you guys like the way it turned out. I totally love the way it turned out. Have a good rest of the week, and thanks for watching, and I will see you guys all later.